politics with our intelligentsia, with our intellectuals, with our academicians. Our academicians, our politicians are terribly afraid of word politics whenever we talk in Kashmir. We believe that perhaps will be dubbed as something, then my visa may be stopped, then my passport may be impounded. So we are scared of the word politics. That's perhaps Hamida ji and my other friends, we have been often meeting, have been saying, don't mention the word politics. But for the scare of the word in the context of Kashmir creates in our academic, Iqbal undoubtedly for his contribution to the thought and sensibility of his times was monumental, that every one of us know. And he remains so even today. He remains monumental even today. It's his greatness that people looking at him from different vantage points try to see him through their respective perspectives. If a Marxist looks at him, he sees Marxism in him. If a Maulvi Sahib from the pulpit looks at him, he sees in Iqbal a great Maulvi, a great clergy. If somebody wedded to the socialism, he sees Iqbal as a socialist. So it's the angle, it's from the vantage point you are watching Iqbal, you see that Iqbal has this dimension. So that in other words means that Iqbal is more than what all of us are. Because once, if I have many poets in front of me, we look at them only as poets. But we don't look at Iqbal just as a poet only. We look at Iqbal as a politician. We look at Iqbal as a philosopher. We look at Iqbal from various angles. Sometimes we see Nietzsche in him. Sometimes we see Bergson in him. Sometimes we see Marx in him. Sometimes we claim that he is the great propounder of the Islamic State. So it's the multi-dimensional personality of Allama Iqbal that has been attracting all of you and to be here in this hall. And there are people who look at him from their narrow sectarian perspective and see him as a poet of a particular faith. There are people who look at him as an ardent revolutionary. Whenever there is need for a mob frenzy, a political leader quotes him. We have often seen one of our towering leaders, Z.G.Muhammad, raising people's emotions by reciting Iqbal's poetry, which many a times he read Marwazi's poetry and believed that he was reciting Iqbal. There are people who see him as a saint. I have seen my uncle often used to say to me that Iqbal was a saint. And because he looked him as a saint. Some look at him as a sermonizer. I believe that Iqbal's 3D image. He had a 3D image, and from whatever angle you looked at him, he looked to you as you visualized him. I quote here Muhammad Hassan, all of you may be knowing, is a scholar. But he looked at Iqbal from Marxian point of view. And I quote him, he says, every word he used in his poetry transforms into a power station of atomic energy, full of verve and vitality. Friends, sometimes back I wrote a speech. I often revert to my own writings, saying that Kashmir has failed to throw up an icon. A leader, a lodestar who would guide us. And in my humble way, in this total darkness, I saw that Iqbal continues to be day, continues to be our lodestar, continues to be our guiding star. And in presence of Iqbal's scholars, another has come in. I will not be competent enough to talk in detail how Iqbal's social thought